Hector, hi, Jim Delapine here. I want to give you some video feedback here. So the first thing that jumps out to me is the fact that you're not understanding what the 8 by 10 means. It should have no white frame, so the background should essentially meet the edges. Okay, so let's see here. So if we go to the background here, layer 7, all right, you essentially want to scale that up. So if I hit Control T and then click, I mean, we're not going to scale it up that much, so it wouldn't make that much of a difference, but it has to be scaled up. And here's something interesting you can do here. I'll do this, hit enter, and then I'm going to jump. Yeah, this might work. Okay, so I'm going to take my rectangular marquee tool and create a selection that just goes over this edge here at the bottom. Then I'm going to go to my sample tool, little eyedropper, and sample that color. And then I'm going to fill it in. So on the background layer now, Alt Delete or backspace bar, okay, and then deselect. So you have in there a base where you could put something, some text perhaps, okay. So now I see also that the shadow is not right. So now what you want to do is scale this up. So let's just forget about Fred for now. So now you have your background, okay. Uh, okay, so let me pause this. Okay, and then what you'll want to do is scale up your character. Now, I had mentioned putting different elements in here, so, and you also have to clean up. I mean, for example, it's hard to see, but it's really impossible to see once you're zoomed in. But I had mentioned that you need to use a hard edge brush, like in here. Well, actually, yeah, like in here, but this is soft edge. So what I mean by that is that when you go into the layer mask, and you select your paintbrush, make sure that this is at 100% hardness. Okay, so that um, see when you masking out this area here, now it looks like it's going into the orange after putting in a shadow. Okay, so the same thing over here with the layer mask active. Just kind of do this kind of thing, and the same thing for over here. All right, so you have to think in terms of reality here. You did a pretty good job with the shadow, actually. Now, so let's talk about scaling up your character. So I'm going to select the orange copy layer. You have to select all the layers that are associated with your character. I'm not selecting the shadow here because it's just not the appropriate place. Okay, maybe because I scaled up the background, but I'm going to go up to the top area here, and I'm going to select this top baby tomatoes layer. Right, so everything else is hidden. And I'm going to hit Control 0 to fit my document in the window, and then hit Control T. So now I've selected all of my characters, and you can see that when I go to move this, they all move. So basically, when I have him down here, the chef's hat is definitely getting in the way. I don't know what we're going to do about that. Yeah, well, yeah, I don't know. You chose this image, and it's probably maybe was not the best image, but so let me scale this character up. And I also mentioned that it's too horizontal. So that's another problem. So you got some problems here. And so this background really is not ideal for this character. Um, and as you can see, as you zoom in and out, you'll see these little lines here. That's is part of the layer mask that has to be deleted. See, so if I hide baby tomatoes, you can see there's a little line there. So if I go to my layer mask, go to my paintbrush, I can very easily just mask it out. Okay, that's because they were it's the way you did it. That's all. All right. So now this layer here, the second baby tomatoes has the same line. Whoops. That's what happens when you don't select the layer mask. Okay, so you immediately stop and undo. And now I can click and shift click here. It does a straight line, so it removes that. But what you have here is a character that's basically too short. All right. So I think because this hat is getting in the way, I mean, there is something else you can do here. I don't know. I don't know if it's going to work though. Well, let me. Um, Let me just hide all these layers here. What you could do, there's something going on with the background here. It's almost like a double image here. I don't know what's up with that. This is actually going to be too hard, but I don't know if it's going to, I don't think it's going to work. There's something called content aware. So if you put a selection around something here, like this, like everything that's similar in the background, right? So I want to get rid of this hat. So depending on the image, it's going to react differently every time, but you want to get as much background in here as you can. All right, so I'm going to go Shift F5 and fill it with content aware. So Photoshop looks at the surrounding pixels and fills in the area. So let's just see. Why isn't my shortcut working? Control. My shortcut is not working. Why? Okay, so edit. Oh wait, I know why. Because I have to be on a layer that I'll put. Yeah, on this layer here, I have to be on that. It's also linked. So Shift F5. All right. So notice what comes up is content aware. I will then, and there's all other options too, but this is the default. I'll hit OK, and it's going to pick up all these pixels here on that layer and fill it in. And sometimes you get good results, sometimes you don't. In this case, you don't. Okay, so that's not going to work. So I'm going to suggest, I mean, you could do it, but it's going to take too much finessing with the perspective of these boards here, down here. So you may want to, I don't know, you could do something else here if you really wanted to use this. I'll put a selection around here, around this, all right? And I'm going to hold down my Control and Alt key, click, start dragging. As I'm dragging, I'm going to hold down Shift. I'm going to slide this over, okay? And I'll do this, I'll let go, then hit Control, Alt, click, start dragging, and then hold down Shift. See what I mean? And you can basically do that to fill in everything. Okay? So that all stayed on the same layer. So now what you could do is simply go to the patch tool, these little areas here, surround what you want to edit. Okay? And then move this down to a different area, and bam, fills it in. So you could do that and then put a different image down here to be a table, all right? So I don't know if I've confused you more or not, but the bottom line is that your characters, you know, it's way too short. Get rid of unwanted layers, okay? And let's see, let me go to revert this. I'll revert it back to how you initially did it. All right, so you have to do that. And also make note that you have to have adjustment layers that are clipping masks, and also have a saved channel that is saved as with a saved channel or saved selection as a channel that is renamed. I note this here, but this is not what I'm talking about. All right, I'm talking about creating a selection and saving it as a channel. So this is not correct. Okay. All right, man. I hope that helps. It's okay. Bye.